Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Bearded Joe's Beer Reviews, where we place beers through a 4-point inspection. Visual representation of the label, color of the beer, 2 aromatics, 3 taste, and 4 just the overall enjoyment of the beer. Today we are reviewing Manchild by Hidden Springs Ale Works. Yes, Manchild. This is a peanut butter and jelly sour beer. Sounds delicious. I can't wait to try it. In 2015, Hidden Springs was started by Joshua Garman and Austin Good. They opened up in Tampa Heights and what is known as the Yellow Brick Row. Now, although Hidden Springs makes several beers from lagers to sours to stouts, I've mainly had their sour beer. I haven't had too much of their lagers or their stouts. So again, I cannot wait to try this beer. If you notice the artwork, it's really cool. The artist is Ariel Katerina Corman, and she does a lot of their artwork for Hidden Springs. Today, we also have on the show my friend Steven Vitale. He's going to be reviewing the same beer as I am. So let's welcome to the show.
Hello. How are you guys doing?
Hey, Steven, how's it going, man?
Hey, doing really good. I'm excited to get into this. I don't think you could have picked a more perfect beer for me.
Oh, I know. I saw this beer and I thought of like, who could I have on here and who would like match my personality? And I was like, Steven.
Yeah.
And so I was like, you're going to be the great person to review this beer with me and enjoy the label as probably as much as I do.
I saw the Nintendo controller and I was like, yes.
Yeah, so we'll get to the label in just a second. But Steven, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Yeah, definitely. I am a dad to a 6-year-old named Zoe, a husband to my wife Tiff, and I'm a recruiter by day on the phones, and I am a magician by night. And so,
very good. I've seen some of your tricks.
Yeah.
I know my daughter Emmy. She talks about you because you were there during their summer youth camp. You put on a show.
Oh, yeah,
and,
right.
Yeah, and she had a good time. So, well, we'll talk more about some stories here in a little bit. But going over our 4-point inspection, what do you think about this label?
Oh, I love the label. Like I said, I saw the Nintendo controller and I was like sold. There's a mushroom on there from Mario, a yo-yo, pizza with an eye. That's pretty cool. And a dinosaur. I mean, you can't go wrong with a dinosaur.
Exactly. and so yeah, I saw these, the teddy bear, the crowns, the mushroom, that stood out to me.
Yep.
Now, Steve, I don't know how old you are. I should know this.
Yeah.
How old are you?
I just turned 36. I had a birthday this week.
36. Okay, I thought you were in your mid-30s, but you never want to say it. So you're pretty much my age. Did you ever draw one of these on your folder at school? Little sushi mark?
Oh yeah, the S for sure.
Yeah.
On my notebook.
Yeah, exactly. So I saw that and I was like, oh man, I've probably drawn that on 100 different notebooks throughout my childhood.
So the legacy lives on.
Yes, exactly. So yeah, I'm really excited about this. I mean, I've had peanut butter stouts before, but I've never had a peanut butter and jelly sour. So this sounds really good. So let's crack it open and see what it looks like.
Just hoping to get that good sound.
I've done something I haven't done in a while, and I spilt
Oh
some of the
no,
beer.
party foul.
I know. It's the pressure of the camera.
Right? I don't know if we can talk about it yet, but I definitely smell it.
Oh yeah, I
Yeah.
know. What does it smell like to you?
Just straight up
Like,
peanut butter and jelly, like 100%.
yeah. Does it smell like they just blended a peanut butter jelly and
Yeah.
mixed it with some like water?
Mm.
I mean, that's what I smell. I mean, I don't have really other hints.
Yeah.
I mean, it's peanut butter and I don't know what type of jelly.
Yeah.
Um,
Maybe like a
and
strawberry.
the color of it is really nice. It kind of just I don't know what describing. I mean, it looks like a sour color, but like a marmalade almost, like a watermelon,
Yeah.
like
Oh,
a watermelon
peanut
liquid.
butter and jelly fruit punch.
Yeah. All right, let's try it. Cheers.
Yeah, buddy.
Hmm. What are your thoughts?
I like it. It's always tough, like when the smell is so like, because you're expecting it to taste like that almost,
Right.
but it's very like mellowed out. It's not as like bang as the smell would,
Right.
but it's good. I like it, and the sour's not too sour.
No, it's definitely not like a extremely sour beer. I taste more of the peanut butter than anything else, and that could be just because of the aromatics of the beer and
Mm-hmm.
the smell. When you smell the aroma, it almost like you're drinking it, and that's what hits you first
Right.
is the smell. But the peanut butter is there. I can taste almost. I mean, if I just taste it, I wouldn't say jelly,
Yeah.
you know, but because the name it has the name jelly in it,
Mm-hmm.
um, that's what I'm going to describe it as because it is like a fruity, um, sour taste to it. And if I had to put it to something, I would say it does taste like a liquid jelly, which
Yeah.
it's pretty good. But yeah,
Um,
it's a good taste.
has a good after, like almost a refreshing after bite.
Oh yeah, and you can even smell it after you drink it. After you swallow it, it's almost like your senses start all over again.
Mm-hmm.
Have you been to this brewery before?
I have. It's I think you said Yellow Brick Row, right? Right there,
Yeah.
Riverwalk.
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah, I've been there. We went to go see John Nichols play a few times there, and we've been a couple times just to hang out.
Cool.
So it's
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah. I haven't been to their brewery, but I've gotten several of their sour beers and things like that.
If you ever want to go, I'm down.
Hey, I am always up to go to a brewery. So, and especially if we know someone there, playing.
Yeah.
Always nice. So, kind of tell me about how you got into being a magician and what kind of inspired you and kind of just tell us about that background.
Yeah, for sure. I started on YouTube as one does when trying to learn a quirky thing. um, it was basic, like super basic card tricks at first. Tiffany will never pick a card. That's my wife. She will never ever pick a card again because of those years. So, um, so after doing the YouTube thing for a while and getting kind of what I thought was a good grasp about it, we were driving. We used to live in Citrus Park, over by by the mall, by Citrus Park Mall, Logan's Gate area, and we were driving and we saw this place that said Magic, and we're like, Magic. And it's kind of like in a little shopping mall, and the windows were kind of dark, so we don't know if it was like magic, like pick a card, or like magic. You know what I mean? So it took us a while to kind of get up the courage to go in there. One day we decided to go inside, and it's exactly what you would think a magic shop would be, like just cards everywhere and all kinds of cool props and cups and whatever. And the guy behind the counter, his name's Matt. He goes, "Do you want to see a trick?" And I was like, "Of course, I want to see a trick, you know." And then he like just proceeded to fry me in every way possible. And I had already been watching like YouTube stuff, so like some slights and a little bit of what this is or that is, and he like destroyed me. So from that point on, I was like, all right, let's do this. How many books do I need to buy? Like, let's go. So from there on, the next few months and years, they pretty much almost discipled me like as a magician. So it was kind of cool to build those relationships and get to know those guys, and just off of that one like going, I was hooked. So
that's awesome. And I know you perform a lot in like St. Pete. Yep. And like what's the furthest that you've gone out of like Tampa?
St. Pete right now would be the furthest.
Okay.
I go to the pier over there sometimes, and I have my table and my cups and balls, and I do like a street show. And my home base is kind of Ybor City, right? The Avenue. I perform in front of a bar called White Lie. Shout out to Mo because she's the owner and super awesome. Let me perform there. So
yeah, I've only seen you do like one trick.
Okay.
And everyone, he's going to be doing a trick for us here in just a little bit, so can't wait to see that. Just don't make my beer disappear.
No.
Because that would be a party foul. I've already made some of it disappear on the table from spilling it. I don't need any more. Kind of like what's that movie? He doesn't make it disappear. He refills it. Thor.
Oh,
yeah. When he's like drinking and just
give me a
Doctor Strange like fills it back up.
Yep.
You're pretty much lived in Tampa your whole life.
Yeah, I'm born and raised from here. Cuban sandwich cigar capital of the world. I was here when the Bucks were doing terrible, and I'm still here. So
yeah, very nice.
Or Brady.
Yeah. You've been here for a while, so you've seen the ups and downs of probably all the sports franchises, and you're rare because everyone I talk to is like me. They've lived somewhere else and they moved to Tampa.
Yeah.
I think I could probably count on 2 hands of 10 people that I've met that were born here and still live here. So
yeah, it's awesome. I love the city, man. I love the people. I just love everything about it.
It's nice. I really do like it down here too. I love our summer storms.
Mm-hmm.
That's like one of my favorites. From when I used to storm chase, our summer storms are some of my favorites. Gets loud and knocks off my power, prevents me from working. But
oh yeah,
other than that, it's really nice.
It gets a little hot. So I will say that, but
it does. But honestly, coming from where I'm from, Oklahoma City, there it gets hotter. I mean, here it's never been 100 here ever, and it's just humid. In Oklahoma, you get 110 with very hot humidity. It's like the worst of both worlds. All crammed into one. We used to come to vacation here to escape the heat in the summer.
Wow.
Well, you show us your magic trick.
Okay. Yeah, absolutely. So you're familiar with these, Joe. I have some coasters here.
Okay.
So I have a few different ones. I have wine, beer, and whiskey. Okay.
Okay.
I got a little something extra over here. Okay. So in a second, not yet, you're going to pick one. I already know which one you're going to pick. Right? Kind of weird.
Okay.
So confident, I'm willing to throw the 20 down on it. Okay.
Okay.
You don't have to put any money down.
Okay.
Okay. But that's how confident I am.
Okay.
Let me mess you up first. Okay.
All right.
What people do is they'll come up to the table if I'm performing an Ybor, and they'll pick their favorite one, right? Say your favorite is maybe the whiskey. Okay.
Okay.
Scenario. Another scenario is someone will come up and they'll pick the one that they hate. Maybe it's the wine over here. Okay.
Okay.
And the third scenario is somebody will just come up and like randomly pick one or say it out loud, thinking they're going to throw me off because they're just, randomly saying one. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
But I already know. So I'm willing to throw the 20 down. Out loud, which one would you like? The whiskey, the beer, or the wine?
I'm going to go with the beer.
Really?
Really?
You're going to go with the beer.
I'm going to go with the beer.
It's a beer show, Joe. You didn't know that.
If I didn't like this beer, I would have gone with the whiskey.
Okay.
But I like this beer, so I'm going to go with the beer.
That's fair. Okay. Well, I get to keep the 20, so we're good. We can get going. Oh wait, no, you want the proof. You want the proof
Yes.
that I knew.
Yes.
I don't want to see this guy in church on Sunday and he's like, "Where's my $20?" So yeah, I'll just show you how I knew. Look.
Oh.
Can you read that okay?
Yes, I can.
I knew you would pick the beer. Now, I know what you're thinking, Joe. I keep it fair. They don't all have something written under it, okay, buddy? I just want you to see that.
Oh, nice.
So I'll hang on to the 20 and we'll do the rest of the show. How about that?
Sounds good. Very, very good. I like it. I like that trick.
Here, let's
these lights that I have,
now we're
they're so tall.
Yeah.
That it offsets them if I place them too high, and they just want to fall. Every time I set them up, it's like I have to like weigh them down so they don't.
Oh no, yeah, this thing is like we've just used the heck out of it. Like people were with me and put it up like on a pole and recorded my magic show and that kind of stuff. So
that's awesome. Well, one of the things that we always like to talk about are some kind of funny stories.
Yeah, absolutely.
So you mentioned about you and your wife and her sisters. You were trying to be all cool, and which I've done that. I fail at being cool all the time, but
yeah, I'm not.
Kind of tell us about that story.
Absolutely. So my wife's sisters will come and visit for the summer or spring break usually. I think it was summer because we were inside playing something. I don't know if it's Call of Duty or they're big on that. So every time they come, they show us whatever the new upgrade is and the new mode you can put the game in and that kind of thing. So they had all that stuff set up, all the cords, all everything. And I had stepped out to get something from the store. I don't know what it was, but when I came back in, they basically just told me, "Hey, just be careful. There's a bunch of cords everywhere. We set the game up. Like, everything's going to be cool." And I was like, "Oh, okay, sure." And so I told them, "I'm not worried about it at all. I got skills like a ninja. Don't worry about it." So as soon as I set my foot down, the cords were like snakes. They gravitated to my legs, and the rest was history. Like, just
famous last words.
Like I wish it was recorded because it was that good.
That's always a famous last words. If you use the term ninja, I'm a ninja, something bad is going to happen to you.
Yeah, so that was that story, and they won't let me live it down. Every time they come to visit, they bring it up and we laugh about it. So it's good.
No, I wouldn't let you. I wouldn't let it live down either. Well, Steven, kind of just going back to the beer. What based off of like everything that we kind of talked about, the label, which again I think is awesome, the color of the beer, the aromatics of the beer, and the taste. Like, tell me, what would you rate this, or what's your favorite part of this beer? Kind of just after experience all three parts.
Yeah, I really like how light it is. I really like that the sour is not like in your face sour. It's definitely there, but it's not like a shock factor. And I just like that it's a fun beer, peanut butter and jelly beer. Like, come on.
Exactly.
Definitely, I would give it a 5 out of 5 for sure.
5 out of 5. Ooh, that's a good one. So it definitely gets the stamp of approval from you for sure. So I'm, for me, I like the label is fantastic.
Oh yeah.
I think the name Man-Child is perfect for this beer. I mean, peanut butter. I think of my son Sawyer. Have you like the movie Elf when he sticks to the main food groups of syrup and candy and
That's right. Sugar.
sugar? Sawyer sticks to either like grilled cheese, peanut butter sandwiches, or pizza.
Yeah.
Uh, but he eats more peanut butter sandwiches than anyone I've known. Like he's probably had more peanut butter sandwiches in his life than I've had in my entire life.
Oh,
He loves it, and so this made me think of him a little bit.
that's awesome.
The pictures on it, the Nintendo controller brought me back. The S Sushi Mark brought me back. And all this other stuff like the BB gun on it. All this stuff is really cool. So the label, top notch. I love the label. The color of the beer is nice. It does remind me almost of like a water, almost like a watermelon color.
Yeah.
Like a juice, like a watermelon. You mentioned fruit punch. The smell is good, and the peanut butter is really strong with this beer as far as the smell goes, and the taste. It's fantastic.
Yeah.
It's not, as you said, it's not too sour.
Right.
It's not the jelly part of it. I'm not 100. I think the jelly would just like part peanut butter and jelly.
Yeah. Yeah.
I can taste the sour a little bit, and I can taste the peanut butter. But I guess the sour part is the jelly, and so yeah, I think it's a great beer. I would probably. I always feel like a drummer. I always have to like think of what I would rate this. And wait, going back, I want to start like pairing this with food. One of my favorite things to do, and I was talking to Kaysen the other day.
Okay.
We both know Kaysen, and I told him if you have a sour beer, try to eat a fancy grilled cheese, like a grilled cheese with, maybe some like meat on it or some fancy cheeses and whatever. Eat that and drink a sour beer. And he was like, "Oh, I've never thought of that before." And he did it. And the look on his face is like, I just blew his mind. I just opened up his world into a whole nother like realm. So for you people out there that like sour beers or have never had a sour beer, try it and eat a grilled cheese.
Yeah.
So this is really good. I'm going to rate this a 7. 7 out of 10, which,
Oh, nice. Okay.
yeah. So that's a good rating. So anything 7 or over gets the Bearded Joe's Beer Review stamp of approval. So
That's awesome.
there you go. Obviously, Steven, you can do it too. You rated it a 5 out of 5. So you should get 2 stamps of approval. There you go. Well, thanks so much, Steven, for being on this show. And tell us where we can find you and, find your channel and kind of find, some information about you.
Yeah, definitely. I'm on Instagram is kind of my main hub is at Vitale, which is my last name, Vitale Magic. And then my website is vitalemagic.com.
All right. Awesome. Go check him out. He's awesome. My daughter saw his show before at their youth group summer camp, and she loved it. And I know the kids love it. So go check him out. So thanks so much again for being on the show, Steven. Really enjoyed having you.
Yeah.
And so everyone, if you like the show, if you're watching on YouTube, tell us what you think about this beer. If there's any other beer that you would like us to try. If I missed something, comment below. Make sure you subscribe so you can see all future Bearded Joe's Beer Reviews videos. If you're listening on iTunes or any other podcast form, please leave a review. It helps me out a lot just to get, the word out there. And if you really like this show, go to Patreon and support me. You can become a Patreon for as little as $5 a month. That's Patreon/Bearded Joe's Beer Reviews. So it's pretty easy to find me. And as always, what we believe on this show is alcohol is meant to be a gift to enjoy and not as an escape. So make sure you drink responsibly, friends. Until next time, cheers.